I'm here to present to you a long-term partner to Indian Defence as well as to DRDO. Our tryst with defense began during the Second World War. 4 to 5 of those years, we actually weaponized some of the ships which were returning to the British India those days. Being a peace zone, that's exactly what the company did. Post independence, this went into dormancy, and then we started working from 1985 onwards. We are engaged with DRDO, and where we are today, I would say, is primarily through this relationship with DRDO. There are about 150 products through the sheer R&D jointly with DRDO as well as on our own steam have been built by this company. About half of them have been with DRDO. We built this business along this last, I would say, 27 years, and you notice it, it's the largest engineering company of India. Last year revenue about $14 billion, and we are exactly 73 years old. Going into our 74th year, and we have an unbroken dividend record. A uniqueness about this company is its holding structure. We are owned between the government and the employees in excess of 51%. So that's something very unique of Indian corporate sector, and that's exactly what is on slide. We run out of 11 specific verticals. We call them independent companies. Within this $14 billion company, they are divided into $1 to $2 billion size individual groups. It's a very, very diversified conglomerate, right from power to hydrocarbons to shipbuilding to military, nuclear power, defense. We do almost anything and everything that comes in building a nation. So in terms of our sheer contribution to nation building, one can see it in all the sectors of infrastructure. Half the company today is in infrastructure and in E&C business, and we have very, very deep and sizable relationships right here in Korea in all the 3 tiers. We have customers sitting here in Korea, we have a partner sitting here in Korea, we also have a vendor base in Korea, and there's a sizable amount of selling as well as buying that happens with Korea and with Larsen & Toubro. Next, go ahead. Within this, as I said, the 11 verticals of the company run as independent companies with independent boards is a division called Heavy Engineering. This Heavy Engineering is little more than $1 billion group, and within this group we primarily run 2 businesses. One is the defense and aerospace, and second obviously is the process plant equipment. All the reactors for refineries, petrochemical, fertilizer across the world, we are the number 1, number 2 between those kind of position with respect to reactors. So we compete here with some of the Korean majors. We work with them. We also buy from them. That's all the 3 segments, as I said, we operate with. On the defense and aerospace, this is a company, again, with the relationship with DRDO started our tryst exactly as I said 27 years back. Now during this period, we built it through 5 R&D centers. So the entire focus of the company has been building products through that kind of an innovation, and that's exactly what today more or less runs in the form of different strategic businesses. This is a group which is little more than $2 billion order backlog today, and we are actually ticking by the day, and as some of the major programs start happening, we should be doing far, far better in times to come. Next. I'm just going to flash this over, not really describe. We have a deep relationship with DRDO, as I said, on the strategic programs of the nation. With no exception, this company is involved across strategic sector. Whatever we do in India, L&T is with DRDO, and we deliver those systems out of our factories. We today operate from 8 different factories. 2 of them used to be traditionally primarily the process plant equipment maker. The subsequent new factories have all come up because of the defense and aerospace segment. And you can see the product mix which actually is shown. The right at the top is Vadodara. It's Baroda, simplified in English, has a composite material, advanced composite manufacturing facility. Hazira does whole lot of heavy work, right from single piece forging up to 300 tons, down to building reactors for industry, also for varieties of strategic programs. We do work from Hazira. Hazira also has a small shipyard. Next comes Powai, which is the oldest of the factory. 1949 it was set up, and from this factory happens whole lot of product technology and research and development, in addition to prototype development and some manufacturing facilities. Talegaon is completely system engineering and integration facility, all kind of weapon systems, about 3 dozens of them that we make, all of them get completely integrated in a EPC kind of a mode at this factory, and that's a major factory going forward. Bangalore, we do a whole lot of military communication, and Asia's tallest structure for military communication has just been built by us about 2 months back. It is 471 meters. That's the kind of business which happens from Bangalore, and that's exactly where what Rahul talked about. We have some collaboration in the tactical communication side between L&T Tata's. Otherwise, competitors, we are sitting together on some programs to make them together. Coimbatore is a precision manufacturing and machining, ultra high accuracy machining, surface treatment, and the fabrication facility, primarily focused at the missile motors, the airframes, and related kind of things. Kattupalli is a new shipyard. It's a world-class greenfield shipyard with a very, very large 21,000 ton class ship lift. And we actually can lift a ship from water to land and move it wherever we want with the crisscross rails in about 4 hours time and back. Next. You see some pictures of all these facilities. What one can find best of class in the world that exists today, right in this place, and bulk of it created in exactly last 7 years of time. Except for the first 3 factories, the balance 5 have come up exactly in last 5 years. Next. Our relationship with DRDO is at across the, I would say, spectrum from build to print. That's exactly where we began with the integrated guided missile program. Some of the programs we did it that mode. Some subsequent programs we did build to design, and then we went on to build to specifications, and some programs we did completely from abstract requirements of the user, jointly sitting with DRDO and Larsen & Toubro, and we made them feasible, we made them happen, and thereafter they are inducted and operational with armed forces. Some examples, Mohan just keep flashing the slides. There are a lot of air defense system, whole spectrum of engineering equipment for armed forces, a whole lot of airdrop platforms and those kind of things. You can think of dropping a small tank right from 40,000 feet, and it would be operational when it lands. One can see a whole lot of naval system. We make 11 of them, different class, different types. Next. We also, with DRDO, built the first nuclear submarine for this nation. And that's a reason we have one single private company which actually owns 2 shipyards today. A very sizable work happens at these places. A whole lot of engineering equipment for the naval ships. We have one single company which can do vertically from fundamental design of a ship, naval architecture, to building a ship or a submarine and building all the equipment and weapon systems around. Between Bharat Electronics and Larsen & Toubro, anything that is visible on a ship is either from BEL or from Larsen & Toubro. So entire Indian, let's say, naval programs, whether ship or submarine, is very, very sizably built using some of all 3 partners which you're actually seeing here between BEL, L&T and Tata's. Varieties of radars, sonars and related equipment we make, and some of those are there in the slides. As I said, the range and depth is far deeper, some of them highly classified, so obviously a lot of them are not there on slides. We also have, for 1971 onwards, a distinction of being a major partner to space research. Every space launch in India has happened with the major boosters built by us. We not only do that, we do right up to some of the satellites, components, and subsystems, the deployment mechanisms for the solar arrays, the composite parts, the heat shields for the satellite, the deck plates, and I can go on. And a whole lot of those things keep getting built in one of those factories which I just showed you. Chandrayaan, the moon mission, we had a very major contribution, and so is the case with the next month mission to the Mars that's coming up. Next. From this kind of a past, we decided that we need to actually now have an extremely good collaborative relationship. And it's exactly, let me tell you, 7 years back, we signed up a relationship, and like the Indian marriage, we stayed together. Between Samsung TechWin and L&T, we today are building some products. It's a joint development products. Some of them hopefully will not only get inducted, summer trials for these guns are just over for one of the product, and there are another 2 products in the pipeline we are working. And I can actually share, one sees the kind of oneness and the relationship while working. So this Eastern collaboration, let me say Southeastern collaboration, for us has worked well, and we actually found that people are extremely thorough professionals. One can actually deal with at all possible levels, right from a fundamental strategy to the level of execution. And you actually see a photograph here from the Pokhran ranges where the summer trials actually happened this year, and the gun has done exceedingly well. I said some of the major names, as I said, all the 4 domains, competition, customers, buying, and partnerships between L&T and Korean companies. It's all here. The major ones only are there on the slides. Obviously, there are many more. Just a last one slide, and that, to my mind, I would like to sum up. L&T last year was declared by Forbes as 9th most innovating company in the world. And to my mind, that's a statement in terms of what we do and the way we perform. And whole lot of other accolades during last 1.5 years that have been coming across this company. The beauty of this organization is a fresh and a young engineer. Today about 200,000 people directly or indirectly we employ, and there are 60,000 engineers we employ. Just the defense sector, we employed about 3,000 people, 1,800 of them are engineers. And as I said, those many factories, 8 of them, and 5 R&D centers. So that's something which actually propels us constantly every couple of years to reinvent, re-innovate. And this 75 years going to be is our journey where we constantly have grown around 20% over last year. So it's a journey of those 75 years, starting with 1,500 rupees of the first year business that the company did to 77,000 crores in terms of dollars, roughly somewhere close to $14 billion is a story. And a company is completely run by professionals. There's no business family which runs this company. So that's essentially about the company and our relationship right in Korea. Thank you very much.